Now, I have a little thought in regards to this whole thing with Iran coming out all of a sudden. Iran was getting ready to assassinate our ally Saudi Arabia and so on American soil. We foiled the plot, and the Iranians are behind it. Now, the only reason something like that would come out is to gear you up for the war with Iran. But before I talk about that, I want to read you something today. And it seems like just the other day there was another case about the guy that went to his little construction site, the dump trucks, or he drove trucks, went in there, shot up everybody, ran off. Police were looking for him. I don't know that they found him yet. I haven't been following it since then. Shot a few people up, etc. He was the nicest guy. We don't know what happened to him. Blah, blah, blah. People are losing their minds. As predicted by Joe Salente extraordinaire, Trenchcaster extraordinaire. And I've been telling friends and family too. It's going to pick up. You'll hear more of this. You're going to hear it and hear it and hear it. It's going to happen more and more and more. It's not going away. The world is not getting better. The economy is not getting better. The governments are not getting better, etc. So this kind of thing is just going to happen and get worse. Seal Beach shooting. Death toll rises to 8. This is actually today for 5 p.m. Seal Beach police said the death toll from the salon shooting has risen to 8 people. A 9th victim is in critical condition at Long Beach Memorial Medical Center. Quote, "This could be one of our greatest tragedies," Sergeant Steve Bowles said. The gunman opened fire inside the crowded salon Wednesday, littering the shop with bodies. Police said he acted alone, although investigators said they were still scrambling to piece together what triggered such violence. We just don't know what's going on. Why are these people flipping out? Huh. Eyewitnesses said that he was targeting his ex-wife and that those two were involved in a custody dispute. The alleged shooter was apprehended only a few blocks from the salon, the Pacific Coast Highway shop that was bustling with customers and stylists when the shooting erupted. So, you have more people losing their mind going in over a custody battle. So what is in your mind as a father, I guess, and you want the kids, and your wife wants the kids, and it's looking like she may get them. Of course, the woman usually does. So you're deciding in your mind, well, I'm just going to kill the wife. Of course, I'll die or go to prison the rest of my life for doing the thing if they catch me, which they're going to catch you. I mean, you walk right in and did it. You didn't even try to disguise yourself. So then who are the kids left with? There's no mom or more dad. No mom or dad. And I guess that the thought process of someone who's out of their mind is simply, well, if I can't have them, no one can. If I can't have the kids, you sure as hell ain't. And you're the one causing the pain and heartache in my life, so screw you. Not even thinking about the kids. But again, and I'm not saying this guy's right. This guy's a complete nut job. But these people are losing their minds. This is happening more and more and more. I said it in some of my oldest videos. You're going to see this kind of thing pick up. You're going to see this kind of thing happen more and more. So, having said that, I just wanted to share that with you. Let me get on the topic of Iran real quick. And you'll know that the Webbot, because I'm fixing to tell you if you didn't, for many, 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 many years now, has been seeing this thing in the data known as the Israeli mistake, in which Israel/US attacks Iran, hit something underground nuclear facility. Oh, we didn't know that was there. We didn't know that was there. And weapons grade plutonium type of stuff gets into the air, causing utter and just complete devastation in the surrounding area, and happens to get in the jet stream and circle the earth a few times, dropping little sprinkles of doom in its path. Now that was the older Webbot description, by the way, which could be subject to change slightly. Maybe the description was off a little bit. And I know a lot of people after Fukushima, Japan thing happened. Oh my God, there's the ill winds that the Webbot was talking about. And the ill winds was supposed to come from the Israeli mistake when they attacked Iran with our help. And oops, nuclear stuff got in the air. That's the mistake. And it cost Israel dearly by the retaliation from, I think, China and Russia, or Russia and some other surrounding countries. They just wiped Israel off the map because of what they just did. And Iran, surprisingly, the whole world is surprised by its incredible defensive capabilities. And the original data was that, from the Webbot, was that half of the attacking force, whatever it consisted of, which in the data said it's mostly going to be an airstrike, half of the attacking force would be wiped out by Iran. And that leads later on, slightly later on, to a draft in the United States to say, hey, we need help over here. And all the people in our Congress and our leadership positions here in this country who keep demanding, we need a draft, we got to get these, they're going to have help over there. And we lost some people too, whatever happens, we got to go over there. And everyone who's pushing for this real hardcore up at the top level of society, you know, in our government, just by chance, of course, just pure coincidence, are dual citizens to Israel. And people in this country will make that connection and will expose them. But just keep that in mind. So I'm hearing now, again, this, oh, Iran's trying to assassinate. It was an assassination attempt fixing to take place. We foiled it, thank God. But that's, as Obama just said a little while ago, I read it, that's a clear violation of U.S. law, and that's not going to be tolerated. And okay, so we're getting ready to attack Iran. Now, Lindsey Williams has been saying every time he's been asked, are we going after Iran yet? Are we going after Iran yet? Not yet. Nope, not yet. Nope, not yet. And he, the other day, I think they squeaked out, or he squeaked out basically that don't worry about that until after the Middle Eastern countries that he named would fall due to the Muslim Brotherhood, the quote rebels, just like Yemen, like we're still trying to do Gaddafi in Libya. As he said, next is Syria. After Syria, he didn't say after Syria. He already named the first three perfectly. And maybe a couple others, but the final one would be Saudi Arabia. There'd be a spring uprising or summer uprising over in Saudi Arabia. And since that's where most of the oil comes from, especially for U.S., the prices would go crazy. Over $150 a barrel to possibly, he said, 200 or over 200 a barrel. But that would be the last leg to drop. By that time, Syria will be taken over. Libya will have already been taken over. Yemen already is taken over. And whatever one or two other countries that they decide they want to get first before they go there. Now, having said that, it's funny because we just pretended to protect our friend and ally, Saudi Arabia. We stopped the assassination attempt. But little does our ally, Saudi Arabia, know, we have already planned for the uprising to take place in their country and overthrow their government somewhat, or at least cause such a destruction and stoppage of daily economic, political, whatever life, and they're due to the uprising. Oil prices would be affected. They wouldn't be able to produce the oil properly because of all this chaos. Thus, oh my God, poor America, we have to eat these $5 a gallon gas prices again, you know, that kind of thing. But the whole purpose of me giving you all that little download real quick is for my thought. It's nothing more than a thought, but bear with me on this. You may like it and agree. As we just witnessed, and Lindsey Williams said, they are now 3 months behind. The elite are 3 months behind their big world agenda planning, whatever, because old Gaddafi is a little stronger than they thought. He's thrown a little bit bigger of a monkey wrench into their plans than they anticipated, and it's taken a little bit longer to take over freaking Libya. So we've got 3 months behind now on their agenda, so to speak. And we just had a Russia and China veto power. They vetoed the vote at the United Nations to go after Syria. Just like we got the okay to go into Libya and we're going to put sanctions first and this and that, they tried to do the same thing to Syria. And again, first it was Yemen, just like Lindsey said. Second, it was Libya, Gaddafi, just like he said. And we just about that got cleaned up. We're at a level now, I guess, where they feel it's safe. We got that. It'll be a little bit longer, but we got it. Hurry up, let's move on to Syria now. Start the same way we did with Libya. We'll do sanctions and we'll do this. No-fly zone next, right? They just got shot down on that through the veto power of not expecting Russia or China to say no. They expected them to say yes and go ahead and pass this to the UN. They just got squashed. Oh my God, are you telling the elite we can't go and have our plan? We can't have our way? We're the elite, Bill O'Reilly and them, right? We're the elite. We're going to have our way. UN passed that. Watch this. What? They didn't pass it? Crap. What about plan B? That's not going to work. Damn it, what about plan C? We're going to have to go with plan C. And let me tell you what my thought of Plan C is for them. We were going to go after all these countries in the Middle East, cause a little uprising, let the Muslim Brotherhood, aka resistance, rebel fighters, take over all these countries, just like they did in Yemen, Libya. The second week that we heard of this rebel invasion, the second week, they already had a central bank and a new oil company. Wonder what kind of rules the central bank operated on. You don't think it was like Western world, the kind that we have and Britain has and Germany and all these places have. You don't suppose it was that kind. You think these cavemen rebels who know nothing more than how to pick up a gun and shoot and stuff, they're capable of, we're going to have a new oil company and we already have a building over here for our new central bank. It's already implemented. It's good to go. Or do you think they had a little help with the powers that be? Here, let us help you guys. We'll give you the central bank. We'll give you this. And by the way, we're taking all of Gaddafi's gold and giving you paper money to put in your new central bank. Oh, yes, okay, my friend, okay. No problem. We get to have Libya? Yes. Okay, my friend, no problem. You know that's what happened. So this plan didn't go as planned now. We've got two issues. Syria just got the big fat no by China and Russia. You can't go into Syria. So now Lindsey Williams 3 months behind plan. Now what did it turn into? 4 months, 5 months, 6 months? Are they even going to get the vote? What if they keep vetoing it? Then what? Then they can't have their plan. They can't have their agenda. They're losing control, just like the Webbot said. They still have control, but he starts referring to them in the later reports, recent reports, as the powers that were, when he used to always refer to them in the Webbot reports as the powers that be. So now he calls them both, but mostly now the powers that were. They're on their way out. It's already written in stone. It's done. But they don't know it yet, and they're getting pissed off. We can't do this. Okay, now that's going to stop. So if that stops, and they can't make the rebel uprising go into Saudi Arabia to push the gas prices to 150 to 200 a barrel, and that doesn't take place now, and they realize we're going to have to scrap that whole idea, what next best thing do you have to do? Well, let's go with the final piece of that puzzle, which was the attack on Iran, and let's just do it. Since we can't have our way with that, we now have to cause a false flag, it's a pretty weak false flag if I ever heard of one, but the false flag apparently could be this nonsense about Iranian-backed assassination attempt. So it was an attempt that you foiled somehow because you learned about it in advance and it didn't happen. And that's enough for you to go to war with the country. And it wasn't even against us. It was against Saudi Arabia, another Middle Eastern country. Even though you may say, well, yeah, but it's an ally. We should help them. Okay. But the whole story is nonsense. It's fake. It's nothing. It's nothing more than to form your opinion, just like the incubator baby story from 1990 in the Gulf War. If the American people did not hear the little 15-year-old girl get up in front of Congress and cry that she was in Kuwait hospital at the time, a Kuwaiti hospital, and the Iraqi troops came in and she's reading her script perfectly. You could see her. And then they took the babies out of the incubators and left them on the floor to die and took the incubators out of the room. And who's this young lady? We would like to keep that anonymous for fear of reprisal on her family. Oh, okay. Turns out she was like the ambassador to Kuwait, the Kuwaiti ambassador to America, whatever, their daughter or niece or something. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, the ambassador's daughter, niece, whatever. She's hanging out at the Kuwaiti hospital, and she just does that for fun. Most kids her age with her kind of power in the world, or in her country at least, are out, doing some cool stuff that other kids don't get to do. Nah, not her. She's gonna hang out at the hospital and watch babies getting taken out of incubators. And the Iraqi troops aren't going to capitalize on her knowing she's part of the royalty, whatever, and take her with them. No, we're just going to dump these babies on the ground and just, Saddam needs some new incubators. We're going to take these incubators because we don't have any. So we're going to let these babies die and we're going to take your incubators. It's so disturbing, but at the same time, it's so funny. It's so stupid. It's funny. But it's very deadly serious, as you saw, because all the polls that happened at that time said, no, we don't want any part. We're not going over the Middle East. Leave us out of it. American people said so. As soon as that incubator baby story came out from this little 15-year-old girl, boy, they were rushing, just like 9/11, people were rushing down to the recruiter stations. Sign me up. Sign me up. That's a sick son of a gun. We got to take care of Saddam. And we did. And then 6 months later, the story did break that it was staged and she was coached and it was a lie. but it did not go all over mainstream media. It was done. And I didn't know that at the time because I was like not even in high school at the time. But now that I have the internet, and I have all these old articles posted on all these old news sites and stuff. They're still there. You can go find them. Hey, why wasn't that all over Fox or maybe that I don't even know if Fox News was around then, but CNN, all these other places. Why wasn't that there? Because it was only used as a tool to form your opinion for you, to piss you off that someone was so sick and disgusting to attack these babies. He deserves to die. Oops, too late. We already did it, and it was a lie. Sorry. Sorry about your luck. So this Iranian thing, I'm telling you right now, without a shadow of a doubt, is a complete lie. No matter what they show you, we know who it was, and here's a picture of this terrorist, and here's the weapon he was going to use. It's all a lie. Believed to be. Sources said, blah, blah, blah. People familiar with this story said such and such. And who's that? Doesn't matter. They don't exist, for one thing. And even if they did, it's fiction. It's a pretend character that said it, but it's good enough to run in American newspapers and TV stations. We're going to run that story. And then Obama's going to speak, and yeah, we're not going to put up with that. We will not put up with that. So could it be, my theory, not Lindsey Williams, that old Lindsey Williams, as I said, this could be the time of all times where he's finally wrong. Not because the guy lied to him. Not because he tried to pull one over on old Lindsey Williams. But because they truly, absolutely, positively have lost a big amount of control, a good amount of control that they had. They can't go forward with the Middle East plans to dismantle these countries step by step. That's got a monkey wrench big time thrown in it. UN, the China-Russia vote in the UN, that really threw a big monkey wrench on top of the original monkey wrench, which was Gaddafi taking too long to leave his country. They don't have control there fully yet. Again, today I read they captured his son, captured one of Gaddafi's sons. How many sons does this guy have that they capture? They didn't capture. They have him. They don't have him. We definitely got him. There he is marching in the street with people surrounding him, loving him. How could he do that if you have him captured? What is going on? Don't worry about that. Just roll the news. Continue the propaganda. Just continue, because the average sheep right now watching is going to forget this story in just a little bit of time, and then we'll roll it again. Just like that al-Awlaki guy we got, the bomber, the U.S.-born guy that we had the kill order on, Obama just did recently, who is the same guy that supplied the underwear bomber with the bomb. Another nonsense story. Another fake piece of garbage story. Anyways, I can just go all out different branches of discussion for a video that should have took 5-10 minutes. I'm already at 17-18 minutes now. Because I get into one thing and I have to, well, remember the Gulf War. I got to tell you about the Gulf War because that was a lie and they're doing it again now. And then I get into that and, goes on. But these are all very important things that I got to tell you about. In case you had absolutely no idea what the heck I was talking about. Incubator babies, what the hell are you talking about, Joe? Go look it up on YouTube. First Gulf War or Gulf War incubator baby, something like that. You'll find it. And you'll see the lie. So this is another lie to get us involved with Iran. And if this is a lie to get us involved with Iran, I'm going to have to dust off the old Webbot report from long ago and reread that section in regards to what happens over there in the Middle East and with Israel and the Israeli mistake, as it's called. And like I said, I know they talked about Fukushima, and they said, well, we think maybe that was the ill winds because it was nuclear waste in the air, and it's definitely circling. It's getting caught in the jet stream and whatever stream coming over to America, on at least the west coast of America, and even into Missouri, if you've seen that guy's videos on his Geiger counter readings, they're off the charts in Missouri. So, that must have been the ill winds. And I said, nah, it could be. Webbot's not perfect after all. But the fact that it's been in the data for years and years and years, when it's in the data for that long and it keeps showing up and it's always in there, it's almost like a little omen kind of weird thing where it's guaranteed to happen. The longer it's been in the report and the longer it takes to finally manifest, guarantees pretty much it's going to happen. Which isn't good because there's not a lot of things that have been in there. Some of them, gold and silver, going to new highs. Oh, that's already happened. The death of the dollar, the financial bust and stuff, that's happening currently, as a matter of fact. What are you talking about, Joe? The dollar index is 77. Compared to a failing euro. Yeah, it is. And then that thing gets pumped up, and then ours falls a little bit. And then ours gets pumped up, and then theirs falls. They're both sinking ships. I gave you the example 1,000 times now. Two sinking ships, the euro and the US dollar. They're both sink, and every now and then this one sinks a little faster, which gives this one the illusion that it's tougher, it's stronger, it's going up. No, it's an illusion. They're both going down. And then all of a sudden, this one starts to appear to go up. No, this one's going down faster. That's all that is. So don't bother any nonsense with the dollar index or this and that. It doesn't matter. So I want to share that thought with you that we may see, in fact, the war with Iran taking place sometime in the very near future and skipping the whole Lindsey Williams thing of the Middle East getting taken over and then causing the prices of oil to rise. Now, we still may see a rise of oil blamed on the Iranian war that takes place. Who knows? I'm telling you it's propaganda, and I'm also telling you that if they do that, they're going to hit something underground through the airstrike in Iran. It's going to cause devastation in the area, nuclear disaster, worst kind in the entire world's history. And it will spread around the earth in the jet stream a little bit, but in the immediate area, it's going to be terrible. And I want to say that Russia and some surrounding countries also, when they figure that out, realize how much trouble they're in now, even though they're not that close to it, and go ahead and wipe Israel off the face of the earth kind of thing. If my memory serves me correct. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed your session of Doom tonight, but I got to keep it real. And I had someone email me. He's like, man, I tried to wake people up too on Facebook. It's so dumb. These people, you know, every time you post something, doesn't matter what it is, it's important as heck. You need to look at this, guys. Check this out. Why can't you just be positive? Don't you have anything positive to say? Think about World War I, World War II, Vietnam. I don't know, the first Gulf War. And you're out there, let's just say it's Vietnam. You're in the jungles. You're looking for old Charlie. Where's Charlie with the hat and the cigarette? We want to see that thing light up in the night so we can snipe him. And there's booby traps and you're scared to death. And bullets are flying by you. 2 men just died to your right. One guy, your sergeant, whatever, he just died to your left. Your old trusty K9, Happy. Happy got sniped, son of a gun. You guys make it back with what's left of your platoon. And they're all talking about it. What just happened? What's going to happen tomorrow? What should we do? This is, you know, bomb this, shoot that. Could you imagine if some bozo stood up over there? Hey, Captain, can you be a little more positive? Why do you always have to talk negative all the time? He'd look at you like you're some kind of jackass. He'd probably shoot you for even saying such crap. Oh, I don't know, probably because you're living in a nightmare right now. You're living in bad news right now. It's surrounding you right now. And because that's the only thing that's surrounding you and has to do with your livelihood at the time, you probably might want to spend a little bit of time discussing it and talking about it and showing other people around you, hey, this is what happened to old Delta Company down here on the Ho Chi Minh Trail yesterday. We just learned something new. Oh, no, don't talk about it. I don't want to know what happened because I want to live. I want happy thoughts in my head, and I want to remain positive. So don't even tell me what happened over there. What do you mean you don't want to know what happened over there? Don't you? There was booby traps that we've never seen before. Don't you want to know what they are and how they operate, you stupid bozo? No, I want to feel good. I need feel-good medicine. I need feel-good medicine. Tell me a story. Sing me a song, You're the Piano Man. Sing one for me that's really good. That makes me cheer up, you know. Matter of fact, stand by. Stand by. It's been a while. Sing me a song, You're the Piano Man. Yes. Yes, I did just do that. Yes, I did just play that harmonica. Why? For you. So anyways, I'm done talking now. Take care.